My first ever DJI drone was this guy right here, the DJI Spark. It wasn't the first drone that I ever owned. My daughter and I, we went through a series of toy drones. Like we had the the X5C quadcopter drone, had a little 720 camera, and then we stepped up and we got an X8HC, I think it was. It's the gold SEMA, and that one had a 720 camera mounted on it as well, but we were able to take that off and mount another gimbal on there that holds an action camera, and we just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And we flew it around and loved it. But then we decided to step up to this guy, which at the time, I mean, well, it films like in 1080p, which at the time was like a big deal, like 1080p at like 30 frames per second. We were able to get some amazing photos, like I think they were like 12 megapixels, I could be wrong, but I absolutely love this drone. And after this kind of segued into us getting a Mavic Air, which there's a YouTube channel, a guy called Sam Colder, and I watched him fly these Mavic Airs around the world, and I thought his footage was so cool. He was like, I guess you could say, somebody that I aspired to do as good as. Sad to say, I never did get that good. But I never lost it. It's always been a passion and fun for me to fly these guys. And after this one, I got this guy, the Mavic Air 2, and then I got it kind of backwards. Then I got a Mini 2 for my wife, and yeah, but before all of these was this guy right here. And I think I probably had more adventures with this drone than all the other ones. Whoop, I just knocked my mic down. Let me fix that. Technical difficulties. All right, so I think I had more adventures with this guy than all the other drones put together. Try not to knock the crap out of my mic again, because I'll tell you why. I took this like all around the world. Well, I shouldn't say all around the world. I took it to places on the other side of the world. It was with me the time that I spent with my wife in Cebu, which was the greatest, I would say, one of the greatest memories of my life. I had this guy with us. We cruised around on a scooter. We had this guy. We stayed at different places and just explored around and flew this, and it was an amazing time. And I documented those memories using this guy right here. When it was with me the day before we got married, we were at a hotel where the wedding was going to be, and the day before we flew it around that venue and that area. It was with me on my honeymoon when we went to Samal, and yeah, and I think I got some of the most beautiful footage that I ever got when we were on that honeymoon on the island of Samal, was with this guy right here. It started the series, helped me find my best drone shot. This was the drone that I was using when that series began. So it's like a nostalgic trip, I guess you could say, this drone and the memories that I have with it. And it's kind of sad now because it just sits on a shelf because I've kind of got all these other ones that I've been flying and I've been neglecting this. And yeah, you know, I tried to justify it. I gave it to my daughter and said, hey, here, this is your drone now and you can fly it. And she's flown it like one time and it still just sits on the shelf. But today, I think we're going to take it out. We're going to test it, see if it still works after, you know, probably close to at least a year without being used. And yeah, kind of bring back some memories. Okay, so we're out here. We're getting ready to launch the drone. So it's not on the shelf anymore. Finally getting it back out. Gonna give it a try. Now, earlier, when I was trying to hook up to this, it kind of was a little pain because I don't have the app anymore. The phone that I have now doesn't have the app for this, or didn't have it. And then also connecting the controller, once I got the app, connecting the controller and everything, it kept wanting me to scan the code on the back of here, or scan that to kind of link everything up. But that's, look, it's gone, it's faded, the little barcode's gone. But then I figured out you could connect to the Wi-Fi, connect the Wi-Fi to the controller's Wi-Fi, and boom, we got it done. So yeah, we can fly this thing. Hopefully everything goes well.
What if you crash it?
So Annie's asking, what if I crash it on this flight? Well, I thought about that already. If I crash this thing. And you know what? I think that the Spark would rather go out on a flight crashing into an epic looking river during golden hour than just sitting on a shelf. I know I'd want to go that way. Okay. Annie, we're almost ready to launch.
Take off.
I don't know if you can see that, but it's in the air. One thing that I notice is this flies incredibly slower than my other drone, and it just came unplugged. It's crazy. Now you could put it in sports mode, but then I don't know. It acts funny. Transmission is weak, so I don't know. I'm gonna go out here. Annie's bringing her home. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna land between the two trees. Yeah, you're good. I happened to finish this video with my phone because the Canon, the card got full, and we did not bring a backpack or anything like that. We just grabbed the camera and came out here to fly this. But as I was coming down from my flight, or as Annie was landing the drone, the battery went dead in the Canon, but it made it back. It landed. Sorry, I'm holding this camera. It's not on the tripod anymore, but I know you're probably wondering about the flower in the ear. My daughter put that flower in my ear while I was flying the drone, and then I forgot that it was in my ear when I started to shoot the ending of that. And then somehow, as I'm shooting the ending of that, I don't know, I must have turn the camera off on my phone, and I didn't get an ending. So I'm back at you right now, back in my editing room here. And yeah, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of content. Hit that bell notification so you get notified of future videos, and I appreciate you watching and putting up with me, so thank you for that. I'm Scott, and see you in the next video. Y'all take care.